Welcome to another week of the Mondeh Report. It's T. You can find me at the Monday blog. What's up, everybody? What's up, Kane? What's up, Cloud?
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Keep learning till you die, man. Another week. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, Kane? What's up?
Here, I'm
Yeah.
here. We live.
All right. So here's what we got for the week. So got a few topics. So we're gonna get into this latest rumor that Rush Hour 4 is in production. Then we got some NBA talk. So we had the NBA trade deadline this week. We'll talk who won that. Super Bowl's tomorrow, so we got some NFL picks, music. So we got LaRussell's new deal with Rock Nation. We'll talk that. And then we got a couple national topics we want to get into, and then some editorials. So go ahead and get started with Rush Hour 4. So I saw this week that Rush Hour 4 is in production, and they're going to speed it up after apparently the same studio does like Melania, like the new film about the first lady, like so apparently because of that they said, all right, we're gonna bring back Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker for another installment in Rush Hour 4. So that's supposedly going to be coming out. So on the heels of that, where do y'all rank each movie in the Rush Hour series? So have y'all seen like all the Rush Hour movies? Because I definitely have.
I'll let Ken go first.
Um, I'm trying to get some light going. All right. What's the question?
Yeah. So where do you have you seen all the Rush Hour movies in the series?
True.
Yeah. So how would you rank them like heading into this Rush Hour 4 and just thoughts on Rush Hour 4 being now?
Third is dead last, and I think the other two is just based on preference. Me personally, I mean, I always say Rush Hour 2 is one of the best sequels ever. um, but as I get older, I grow to appreciate the first Rush Hour like more and more.
Yeah.
Um, so maybe I'll go like one, two, and three in like perfect order. I feel like the first Rush Hour is a Jackie Chan movie. I feel like the second movie is a Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan movie, and I feel like the third one is a Chris Tucker movie.
Hmm. Why do you say that? Just the storylines or just
Just
you
the
know what I'm saying?
vibes. The
Yeah.
first one is an action film
Yeah.
with like some comedic relief. The second one was more of a comedy, but it had more balance of action and comedy. And I feel like third, they just went full on comedy with a
Yeah.
sprinkle of action.
Yeah. I don't know that I feel the same way about two, and that's why two would be like number one for me. You know what I'm saying? Like just because it had that balance off. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Like so you got one, two, then three. That's
I think
that's
so.
legit
I
though.
mean, like to be honest,
Yeah.
for a long time I had two as my favorite,
Yeah.
you know. Um, but one, if you go back and look at it, totally different vibes. Like
Yeah.
Rush Hour, like as somebody who works with like cameras or has a history of working with cameras and video, you can tell by like think of it as like a filter. The filter, and I mean they were made years apart, but let's just say they both were made in the last 10 years. Rush Hour 1 has like a 90s-ish filter on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the second one, it almost was like a different budget.
Yeah, that one was crazy.
Like the cinematography is different in both movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if like
Yeah,
I
because
feel
Rush
like Rush
Hour.
Hour 1 was more of a film and Rush Hour 2 is more of a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, Rush Hour 1 had like the Money Talks kind of vibe to it. You know, another Chris Tucker joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, that was a movie. Like you get what I'm saying? It wasn't really a comedy. I mean, it was very funny. Nah, it was a comedy too. Yeah, it was a comedy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Rush Hour 1 is way more serious. Like the tone of Rush Hour 1 and the tone of Rush Hour 2, night nah. Some people don't pay attention to stuff like this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't know.
like Rush Hour 1, it just feels more serious than Rush Hour 2. Rush Hour 2 feels like all jokes. But it still got like a lot of action that you can remember to that movie.
Yeah.
Like when Jackie is at the top of something. I don't know if he climbed up there or if he got there from like off a building, like some bamboo sticks or something.
Yeah.
And Chris Tucker about to climb up, and then Jackie Chan had just kicked somebody from like way up there. They had hit the ground. He was
Yeah.
like, he got back down. He's like, I'm taking stairs. And he's like, no, I ain't. He's like, fuck that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
then you got the girl in the second one when he's like, it's a bomb. Like
Yeah.
it's so many.
Yeah.
It's so much. It's the fight with Don Cheadle with
Yeah.
the Japanese wig.
Yeah. That was the guy he was
Like
into too.
so,
Mosey Kaicho.
Yeah.
and then in the first one, you got like I forgot her name, but the little girl singing like the Mariah Carey. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Su
saying?
Young. Su
Too
Young.
young,
Too
yeah, too
young.
young,
Yeah.
little too young.
Yeah.
You got $50 million. Who the fuck you think you got? Chelsea Clinton?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like you feel me?
Yeah.
It's so many classic moments, man,
Yeah.
between the both of those. And I mean, in the third one, only parts I really remember from the third one when they was talking crazy to the cab driver before he started acting right. When they
Yeah.
found when the old girl wig came off, and when they was at the temple, and then they found out old dude was like 10 feet tall.
7'9". Yeah.
Them the
Yeah.
only three parts of that movie I really remember.
Yeah. 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 That one had a lot more action in it from what I remember. It wasn't like as much a comedy, but yeah, I'd agree. Like I'd have three last. Two and one, like you said, could get debated. I'd have two, man, because you know what I'm saying? Like just like you said, just perfect blend, man. But I don't know. Like I remember when that joint first came out, like we must have watched it like I don't know, that year it came out, I probably watched that movie 100 times, low key. Like legitimately. Like yeah, yeah, that'd be my order. Two, one, then three. What you think, Lau?
My bad, I had to unmute. Yeah, man, I totally agree with a lot of you guys' perspective, man. I like, as far as the rankings, man, I'm going 213, you know what I'm saying? LA zip code as well.
Yeah,
Uh I think they were all classics in their own right. I like the way um, Kane laid it out.
Yeah,
I think that's a nice way of looking at it. Whereas from the perspective of one maybe showcasing Jackie Chan, two maybe showcasing Rock, and then I mean Chris Tucker, Kata, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
three being like a collective. You feel me?
yeah,
I can totally see it from that perspective. Even though, some people will argue that even though Jackie Chan was kind of showcased because here it is a foreigner coming to from the foreigner perspective. That's why I kind of agreed with that take because when you're looking at Rush Hour 1, you had Jackie Chan coming to America.
yeah,
Rush Hour 2, you had Carter going to Hong Kong. You feel
yeah,
me? And now Rush Hour 3 is a symbiosis because both of them understand each other's culture. You feel me? And they're both still there's still that historical significance with the triads and how they pass all their information and how secretive they are. And then there's still that crime fighting action thing, but then there's that comedy as well. So I really like that take, man. The only thing I disagree with on Kane's take really was just the ranking. Cause I probably would put two as the best overall Rush Hour, and then one just because it was solid enough for them to make a sequel, you know. And three, I can't say it's like it's a miss because like that's the reason why they're able to make a four this long after. You know what I'm saying? Even
yeah,
despite all the taboo and everything that's around them because of the director. The guy who did Melania, the reason why there's a lot of shade is because it's alleged that he was an Epstein Island frequenter. You know what I'm saying? And he even had some um felonious stuff that he was alleged to have done off, not related to Epstein, just here in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Why they had delayed the release of RH4. You feel me? So.
yeah,
So just on some conspiracy theory, I really believe him directing the joint from Melania was like his get out of jail free card type shit, and that's why you
mm,
you you see the rollout right now. But that's just a hunch, though. But regardless, I'm happy for Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, and all
yeah,
the cast members and the fans who want to see this franchise continue, man. But that's how I
yeah.
feel about that, man. I
Nah,
appreciate you guys take.
that's an interesting take. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know, like, what's gonna happen with these files and these court cases. You know what I'm saying? Something like this could, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? How these things play out. But I'm definitely excited for another movie. Kind of like Kane said, I kind of want to see how like the production kind of evolves because each movie did have a different feel. So
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
I got a question, Cloudy.
What's goody?
You think they making a Rush Hour 4 because it's like highly requested or anticipated, or because they're just doing what they've been doing the last since the pandemic, really just remaking old movies that don't really need to be remade, or making, you know what I'm saying, making sequels to movies that don't need to be.
Hmm. That's an interesting take. The reason why is because I'll come back to it, but let me ask you guys a question. Do you believe if they were just to end it off one, two, and three, we'd be all right with that?
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
nobody was looking for a new Rush Hour or expecting one.
All right. Well, I believe both can be true that a lot of fans were satisfied with that, like how they were satisfied with the Godfathers and all the other series that didn't go on and on and on like Fast and Furious. You feel me? Like I believe that there's definitely a cult of fans that are like that, but I believe that there are a cult of fans that are like, yeah, you got to keep this storyline going while we still have you here as well, though, because these are household guys, and one thing that a lot of people always hate is that while Richard Pryor was here, he didn't do as many collabs with people like Eddie Murphy and all that, that there was only one Harlem Nights. You feel me? Like, stuff like that. So it's like, it's kind of like, or that, Pops isn't still here while, people have agreed to do another Friday. You feel me? So it's like, it's like that kind of mindset that I believe. But me personally, man, I'm kind of like with what you said, man. I believe it it's good where it's at. But c'est la vie, man. That's life. That's Hollywood for sure.
Yeah, man. So we'll see what they got for us when it drops in the theaters. So
That was a dope ass question, though. Yeah.
yeah. So we'll move on to NBA talk. So the NBA trade deadline was February 5th, midweek. And so we got a lot of trades that went on. Some pretty big ones too. So like the Wizards traded Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, Jaden Hardy, Dante Exum to the Mavericks for I mean they got Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, Jaden Hardy, Dante Exum, and then the Mavericks got Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Tyus Jones, Marvin Bagley, and some picks. You know, so there was like a lot of big trades. Harden went to the Cavs, and the Clippers picked up Garland. The Hornets got Kobe White and Mike Conley Jr. And the Bulls got Colin Sexton from Charlotte. The Knicks picked up Alvarado. Pelicans picked up Dalen Terry. Warriors got Porzingis. Hawks got Kuminga and Buddy Hield, and so that ends the saga with Kuminga. And then the Celtics got Vucevic, and a second rounder for Anthony Simons and a second round pick. So these aren't the only picks, but a few big ones. Um, as far as like who we think won the NBA trade deadline, I'll go ahead and start us off and say I really like what Cleveland did in picking up Harden and getting a bigger guard for that backcourt because I feel like having like a bigger backcourt with a guy like Mitchell who's downhill who can score hard pair that with Harden, a playmaker who, doesn't really have to score, with a Donovan Mitchell, and you got the lob threats with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I feel like, you know, after the trade deadline, I feel like the Cavs are a little bit more credible. So I'd have to say for this year, of all the moves, that was probably the one that stood out to me the most. I also like that Kobe White to the Hornets. I feel like that can make them better, but I definitely like the Harden one.
Um, I think the Wizards went crazy. I think the Wizards went crazy. I think the Celtics is crazy.
Hmm.
Um, hey man, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. Um, the Timberwolves getting Ayo Domansu.
Yeah,
Is that how you say his name?
yeah.
I feel like that was a sneaky good pickup.
Yeah, it could. Shit, it could be. I don't know.
I
Wait,
think
who they
Rob Dillingham.
oh, they traded Dillingham for him. Yeah, we seen more from Desumu in the NBA. That's for sure.
Um, yeah. So everything else was just, you know, the Hawks got somebody I think from Utah. I
For
think they got
real?
traded from Memphis. Then they got traded from. I mean, got traded from Utah to Memphis, and then from Memphis to Atlanta. I think.
Hmm.
Um, I could be wrong. I'm trying to think of the other trades. I was surprised that the Celtics got you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
got off Anthony Simons.
Yeah.
But for a big, I didn't see that coming though.
Nah.
I did not see that coming, bro.
Yeah.
So um and I think a trade some people was talking about, I don't know if a lot of people was talking about, but OKC getting Jared McCain from the 76ers.
Yeah. That's another one.
So you know, I'm surprised Giannis still in Milwaukee. I don't like that I feel like he was like, I don't know, man. It seemed like he partnered with this Couchy company, and maybe he was like playing with this free agency shit, this trade deadline stuff, acting like he was gonna get traded or wanted to be traded to drive up the numbers or
Hmm.
the odds on that platform.
Yeah, they said that there were like 20 something $1 million worth of bets on where Giannis would have ended after the trade deadline because of all of this.
Mm. um, yeah, those are the trades. I mean, we traded Gabe Vincent for who?
Oh, Luke Kennard.
Yeah, a shooter that can't really shoot.
Yeah, at least Atlanta kind of threw his rhythm off that he had before.
Gabe Vincent probably about to go off. That seems like a common theme. People get traded from the Lakers. Well, the people who couldn't ball for the Lakers get traded from the Lakers and start balling.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
what about you, Cloudy?
Well, let me share a screen and you could put that back up, man. This is
Yeah.
who I feel like, you know what I mean, won that shit, right? So what I got right here, I feel like Golden State, Dallas, and Boston. And you could put
Yeah.
that joint back up for me, T.
Yeah.
So I could
Gold.
so I could see them players and I can explain.
So you
You know what I'm
got
saying?
Golden State, Dallas,
And Boston,
and
just
Boston.
yeah, leading the pack. A
Yeah.
lot of it is I'll go ahead and say Boston first because of what was previously stated.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like, all right, we don't know when Tatum's coming back, but the way they're playing now, it's like all they're missing is a big because guard and swing play is very nice basketball. San Antonio, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
Um, so that's Celtics, and just with that like trade block right there, the Bulls also got value as well. You see what I mean? And they've been gelling, good chemistry, and with the Warriors, it seems like they just needed a big. But as I mentioned to you privately, the thing about Porzingis, man, is I hope he's healthy, bro. Because last time I seen him in Boston, it just seemed like every time he got touched, it hurt. You know what I mean? And if he wasn't like catching the ball on some like corner nigga shit, on some drive and kick, pick and pop type stuff, and even with the pick and pop plays, it seemed like just setting the screen was hurting him, and somebody like Brown really had to draw his defender for him to get that's because he wasn't getting any separation. And from watching Porzingis play through his career, he's one of those people who can create enough separation for a jump shot. So it's gonna, if he can, if he still has that about his game, I think that's going to make Golden State that much more deadly. And if he has that about his game, then he's going to be healthy enough to defend, and he has like Wemby like defense, and that's going to help them having a big that can defend. A healthy Golden State is going to be very dangerous. Draymond did something that Clay wouldn't do, and that's just be humble, you know, understand where he was at in his career and maybe accept lower money, um, and he's still there. So, you know, I mean, Jimmy's hurt, so I think this helps them. That's why I say that. But something that I'm just now seeing, man, I didn't know that the Raptors acquired Chris Paul.
Oh
You know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that the Raptors acquired Chris Paul. Um
But they were saying
and
they were gonna waive him. Sorry for
yeah, maybe.
yeah,
But I know a lot of people have been waived. Like the Hornets grabbed Mike Conley, but they already waived him, and Pat Connaughton. But I know they acquired like Pat Tillman from Boston, and I
yeah,
I had made that list before knowing that. I
yeah,
would have thought that Boston would have kept Tillman because I know he was not only a good big for them in the postseason, but also a good locker room guy. Now Dallas, they have somebody now who can legitimately run the point, and they have more length, you know, outside of Bagley, bro. Because Bagley, he's in the NBA for the bag too. He's like another AD. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I showed you that picture of AD, bro. I say AD right now on Cal Sheet probably like at plus or minus 15 games for the rest of the season. Like there's no bat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, so that's why I can't say that the Wizards went hard because all them niggas right there plus minus 15. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like all of them. That's crazy.
yeah,
Hardy probably got the best plus minus, bro, as far as just availability, bro.
AD
And
out the season. AD out for the rest of the season.
look at that. Look at that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like 80 is just stock, man. You know what I'm saying? But so Warriors, Celtics, Dallas. I mean, really
So
doesn't, but the Clippers, let me just say this though. The Clippers though, I kind of like Garland at the point for them over Harden. Honestly, man, cuz he's more of a natural point guard. For real. And
oh
look,
hey. Another sneaky trade, bro. The Pacers against Zubac. I knew it was something I was missing.
hold
The
up, the
Pacers
Clippers
got
got rid of Zubac?
yeah, they traded him to the Pacers.
yeah,
Wow. That's really what hurt them. because with their point guard getting hurt and then their big leaving and going to the Bucks, that was what the fuck, bro. That's why their record is like the worst in the NBA. When they were just in the finals, Jared. And those two moves turned them into the Utah Jazz, B. You feel me? The niggas playing music, G. Like for real. But look, man, that right there, them niggas might have the comeback story of the century, G. Because of that right there. Because the East is not the West. But y'all got any extra sauce to put on that?
Nah, it was something else that you was
Da-
talking about. You was talking
Dalen
about
Terry got waived too by the Pelicans. The Pelicans sorry as fuck, you heard? My bad, man. I should have said that.
uh it was somebody else that
Was it about Dallas? Because, they got Tyus Jones at the point now. So that could help Cooper Flag. And then they got Middleton. They got a three. So when Kyrie come back, they got power, man. They got power. And they still got Gafford and the other PJ, right? No. PJ gone, ain't he?
nah, you still there.
Oh, that's nice. That's actually nice, man.
Man, it was something you had said and I wanted to
Was
tell
it
you.
about the Celtics getting Vucevic, man, because they already had nice flow and they were just missing a big, or was it about Porzingis being easily, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wasn't Porzingis.
was
I
it
don't
about his health?
It wasn't Porzingis. I don't think it was about the Wizards.
Was it about Boston?
It wasn't about Boston. It wasn't about Cleveland. It wasn't about the Clippers.
And it wasn't about Golden State?
It wasn't about Golden State.
Well, my top three teams for this were Golden State, Dallas, and
Mm.
uh
Trying to
and
run the graphic
Boston.
back.
Huh?
Hmm?
You trying to run the graphic back?
Oh nah. If it wasn't about Golden State, Dallas, or Boston, I'm trying to think what it was.
Yeah, throw it back up there for a second. Let me see.
All right.
Nah, not that one. I'm talking about the one.
T head.
Yeah.
So
All
you had
right.
Golden State up there.
He shared the article part, the article section, the section of the trades. Was it the Bulls? It wasn't the Knicks. Was it the Warriors?
Was it the Wizards?
I don't know.
15 games.
But I will say, as far as
Oh,
the Wizards, they I think they have their own pick. So I think they're trying to tank low key.
oh, because I was talking about, them everybody being plus minus like 15 games on Kalshi. That
Yeah.
might have been it. So
Mm.
that might have been what you were gonna add on to. You feel me? I kind of wish that you would have just been like, hey, remember what you know what I mean? And said
Was
that.
it the Zubac trade to the
It
Pacers?
wasn't.
Oh yeah, I talked about that too. How they got turned into the Utah Jazz and shit. Losing Miles Turner to the Bucks and Halliburton
Yeah.
losing his Achilles.
Yeah, man. Maybe it's not.
Kaminga?
No, I wasn't nothing about him either.
Hey, that's solid though. The Hawks won too though.
Yeah.
The Hawks won.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Cause
got
they helping Johnson out with a little bit more firepower. You already know the Hawks like to get them threes up.
yeah,
But
they got firepower.
but they got firepower. They got an athletic 3-4 with Kaminga, and then they got Buddy Hill, a
Yeah,
3 and D guy.
yeah,
Two 3 and D guys actually.
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what it was. What do y'all feel about Garland going to the Clippers?
Um, I feel like the Clippers. I don't know what the Clippers are doing right now. I don't know. To be honest with you, because
They all over the
he's
place.
he's good if he can like stay on the floor. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries and stuff, so
Yeah,
he's not a bad player, you know. But I think him and Donovan Mitchell just wasn't working out the best, but partially due to Garland being off the floor a lot with injuries, dealing
yeah,
with whatever. But with James Harden being in Cleveland, they got some veteran experience. Um, Donovan Mitchell get to go back to playing the two. With them having another guard off the bench. Don't they got Schroeder? Who they
Yeah,
got off the bench?
yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. They got Schroeder too. Hell
Who
yeah.
who got Schroeder?
Cleveland.
Oh snap!
Yeah, I think they
Damn,
got
I
him and
forgot about
Keon
that.
Ellis, right?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
So they can kind of stagger the point guard. Like what's his name? Donovan Mitchell ain't really gotta play the point guard if he don't really want to. He can go back to just straight scoring and just being, just straight playing the two.
yeah, yeah.
Who are they gonna stop though? That is not
Mm,
good defense.
perimeter wise,
I
yeah.
mean, you got Evan Mobley, he's decent. They was talking
They
about him
gave
being a defensive player of the year. Jared Allen, he pretty decent defensively.
yeah,
Now on the front, the backcourt, I don't know
I
who
could
they
name
stop.
I could name 4 teams that could give them problems with that.
yeah,
Just with size, man. Cause Donovan Mitchell, even though he nice offensively at the two, he undersized.
yeah. Would you favor Charlotte against them?
It wouldn't be a cakewalk, especially with the way the youth over there are playing like vets lately. They are really closing out games. You feel me?
Yeah,
They are walking down leads and closing out games, bro, and protecting their fucking identity, bro.
yeah,
On the road, they doing some Patriots like shit. Uh-huh.
yeah. Out of nowhere.
But that's crazy, bro. Like Dallas came with a gem, bro. Like, fam, they did get Dennis Schroeder, bro, and he's been in his bag these last couple of years, bro. It's like he's getting some type of vengeance for getting played out that money in LA.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I just wonder, you know what I mean? Because it might be their year, bro. I mean, that Boston has been surprising without Tatum, but will that injury come back to haunt them and how the East is seeded come playoff time? We'll
yeah.
see.
Because they're hovering around like the third.
Yeah, but nobody wants to see Toronto first round.
Not all them wings.
That's what I'm saying. And when the game slowed down, niggas don't want to play nobody big like that, bro. And
Mm.
that's one team whose identity really hasn't changed throughout all the trades that they've had. They've remained long. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
One thing I don't really hear though is people talking about the Utah trade with them getting Jaren Jackson Jr.
oh yeah,
But I like the Wizards trade because they kept everybody they wanted to keep. They nobody they got rid of they was gonna keep. So they got to keep their main people. They got Trey Young and the Wizards put a better team around Trey Young than Atlanta has, and they had like how many years?
yeah,
Like you bought low on Anthony Davis, and when he on the floor, he top 10.
The Wizards are ridiculously long outside of Trey Young. They look like Toronto outside of Trey Young, for real, height wise. They're pretty tall,
But
especially with AD and that Frenchman on the court.
Star or
Yeah,
yeah,
Koulibaly,
yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
and then they got the one of the Champagne brothers. Um,
Keep forgetting they twins or something like that.
Oh yeah,
I
I
don't know if
didn't
they
even know they were brothers. I thought they were.
It's like Justin and Julian.
yeah.
Hey, Carlos Boozer did a good job teaching the game of basketball to his children, bro.
Yeah, yeah, they've been hooping. Except that last second shot UNC just hit.
Yeah, that was brave.
Feel me?
Yeah, that was brave.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see who takes it from the trade deadline on, because I feel like a few teams definitely got better. So we'll see. All right, so we got NFL. So the Seahawks are gonna take on the Patriots, and the Seahawks are favored by 4.5. Um, I like. I don't know. Most of the week, I probably would have said, the Seahawks probably had the clear advantage just because everything just said them. But I don't know. I just have a feeling like the Patriots are gonna play this game a lot closer than people think. You know, I kind of doubted them last week. I didn't think that they'd have enough to pull that one off. But now that they're in the Super Bowl, I definitely think they, shown that they could win in any kind of circumstance. So I don't know. I'm going with the Patriots to win outright in this game. So I like them against the spread and on the money line. What you think, Cloud or Kane
Oh man,
or Cloud? Okay.
I think Seattle gonna win.
You got Seattle. Oh, you got the Pats too? Okay. Think Seattle gonna win?
I mean, I don't see if they let Stephon Diggs and Cardi B win the Super Bowl, dude. You know this shit's scripted, bro.
I don't know if I say that.
Nah,
It's Black
nah.
History Month, bro.
They already let Trump get away with posting Obama on the first week of Black History Month as some baboons, some monkeys. You feel me?
Yeah.
And give a bullshit excuse. So what Kane is saying is definitely right, man. Now you think they gonna let Stephon Diggs and Cardi B win a Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell nah.
think he gonna. I feel like he's feeling. Yeah, he wants to win. Yeah, yeah I like that New England pick, man. Because
Yeah, I definitely think that's gonna happen.
yeah, because then the Patriots are they fuck with Trump too. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. I could definitely see it all playing out just like that. All right, so moving on beyond sports. So LaRussell just signed a deal with Rock Nation. So he signed a deal with Jay-Z, announcing that he had joined Rock Nation, which is, the same label that represents Rihanna, Meg Thee Stallion, a lot of other artists. And he made this announcement on the Breakfast Club on Wednesday. So he said that one of his hit songs, "I'm from the Bay," is going to the radio. He said that I've never been able to get to radio. It's just a different system. As soon as we agreed, like, man, let's work, they were instantly like, we believe in this record. We're willing to take it to radio. So apparently he, wants to get that expanded reach of being on the radio and all the benefits of being in a deal with Rock Nation. So he's also going to be performing at the halftime show of the Super Bowl. So he unveiled all this week and a rollout to that. And so, I think that's a good move. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. I think, you know, you, you do what you can, like, to get your records out there, especially if you can. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. What do you think, Kane? I know you had some thoughts on this. I admit I hadn't really like listened too much to LaRussell's records in the past, so I couldn't really tell you how big this is in the grand scheme of things. But you know what I'm saying? I know you definitely got some thoughts on it.
It kind of shocked me at first, um, but I didn't know any details. Um, from what I'm understanding, it's like a one album deal. He still owns everything, still got all creative control.
Hmm.
You know, it's just something, just really a win-win, I guess, for both parties. Um, my feelings about it have changed since receiving more details, but at the same time, something about it still feels like let down,
Hmm.
you know? And I shouldn't. I'm happy for him. I'm one of the people who's in the mind of LaRussell is the closest thing to hip hop like that we've had in a long time. And he like a dude from the Bay or from the West Coast. I'm not sure from the Bay. I'm pretty sure I've heard him say that though. I could be wrong.
Hmm.
But I listen to his music. I like what he be having going on.
Yeah.
Um, he had he released an album or a project on a website, and it's like a pay what you want, and like the minimum is like $1. So it's like a direct transaction from the artist and the fan. And I think that's what Cole was doing with the little fall off mixtape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um I got hair on my tongue. Um, so that was cool. I think Kyrie Irving paid like 11,000 for the project. He probably had some more huge donations. I support him. Like you said, I support it. I support him. I support the movement, the music. Shout out to LaRussell. Shout out to his crew. Shout out to his peoples. It's really dope to see like his story and his evolution
Yeah.
or his progress.
Yeah.
That passion that he has for music, that love, that I mean, that energy, but it's like if you listen to music, you can tell when somebody really does it. It's like he raps so much that him just freestyling is easy. Like if you just freestyle so much, then you could just rap, and it just seems like it's so easy for him.
Hmm.
Um, but I was shocked, disappointed, upset at first. Got some more details. I support it. So that's what it is for me.
Yeah. So where where'd your disappointment come from?
Because he was like, he's not messing with the labels. Like
Yeah.
those people, man.
Yeah.
Like
Like
it
indie.
it felt like he did a Jay-Z move, bro.
Yeah.
It felt like he did a whole move where he used us, he gather us and have us like, yeah, we gonna do this Rockefeller thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sell that. We gonna do what was the liquor he had?
Yeah. The Duce.
We drinking Douce. Y'all still drinking Hennessy?
Yeah.
Sell that. We hey everybody, I'm buying the Nets.
Let
You
this
know what I'm
bar
saying?
up. Right?
Sell
Yeah.
that. Hey, y'all come to title. This the black owned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell that. Like he don't it's like he just rally us up to support him because he a black guy or a black man and he doing this and he making it seem like it's all of us and it's the culture and we all a part of it and we all involved and everything is gonna be for the benefit of us just for us to buy in and get everything like then he go back to the people like I did it again. Y'all see I told y'all I can get yeah. They go yeah. Then he sell it, boom. And
Yeah.
so it just felt like he just kind of made everybody fans, or me at least, just to you get what I'm saying? Switch up.
Yeah. Hmm.
But shout out to LaRussell, man. Nothing but positive things to say about the guy. Still, still a fan.
You listen to him, Cloud?
Man, I really haven't. I think it was COVID. Probably checked what he had going on, because I had caught an interview of him, and I think he was talking about how he was, throwing shows in his like backyard, like concerts or something like that. But a lot of what Kane was talking about is like that was part of his brand, his brand identity.
Yeah.
You know, being indie and not really dealing with the majors or anything like that. You know,
Yeah.
he was really pushing that. So I definitely get what Kane's saying. Because a lot of his message was that, and now just to see him working with them, if that's all somebody heard, that would definitely be a letdown. But it's like his whole, if his whole thing was just still having all that ownership and creative control and all that, if that was his whole purpose, then that's another thing. But I think Kane was spot on in that, like this that was his whole. I really like the you know analogy he used with Rockefeller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for sure, bruh. Even like Nicki Minaj would be a good one with the current state of things. You know how she's, she was all against, victims of rape and everything and all this, and here it is now that, we hear this about her background, and she's backing these people who, you know, are in certain uh, case documents that the public once released.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of crazy, man, when you look at it from that perspective, though. But
Yeah.
he's definitely still one of the champions of doing it and believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to him, man, and look forward to seeing what comes next from that. All right, so we got a couple national topics to get into. So apparently there isn't any more of a water crisis in Flint. So Flint recently officially replaced all 11,000 lead pipes. That's after 10 years of activists refusing to give up. And so now every home now has clean water, and we'll see what comes out of that, and how long that truly lasts. So do y'all feel like that's actually like progress and what they announced, in terms of like what's going on in Flint and just issues like that anywhere, where there's been things like lead in water, or environmental issues that pop up, because I'm sure there's like places around the nation where there's times where you have to boil water, just because, for some reason there's stuff that's popping into the local water supply chain, so I don't know. I feel like that's good news to report, but I'm just like, how long is that gonna last? And you know, what about the problems elsewhere, and especially in places, like the Black Belt in Alabama, where they've been talking about issues like this for so many years, and nothing ever happened. So I don't know. I feel like it's good, but just you know, we'll see. I feel like it's significant though, that we hear about this during Black History Month. So I don't know.
Was
I,
like
I feel I feel that it's this going on, man. You feel me? I feel like I feel like Donald Trump wants to take credit for this, man. And I really, it's just me looking at it from a political lens. Um, the timing of this news being released and everything, um, it's definitely something that, you know, I can see certain officials taking credit for that may have not even had anything to do with it on that level. Um, and a lot of what you said is very important, especially considering, um, you know, in this region, they have a prevalence of black communities being built on toxic land and stuff like that. Um, a lot of what does take place in some parts other than the South, but there's definitely a prevalence of that happening in this region. Somewhere close to here that it was recently done would be like Uniontown, you know? So man, I just think that this is a regardless of who takes credit for it though, is something like a definitely a good step towards the solution. Um I'm happy for those people in Flint, but I know that there are other places in Michigan that have similar problems, you know. Flint is just a bigger city. What about, you know, the smaller places? But
Yeah.
yeah, that's just my take on it, bro.
Yeah. About you, Kai?
Um, it's good news, but it's like how many years too late?
Hmm.
I mean, not too late, but
Yeah.
come on, man. You said this been going on 10 years.
Or
That's
longer. Yeah.
that's crazy. Um, it's crazy. It's just crazy how we got money for everything, but morally the right things. Shit, crazy. I ain't really got much to say, man.
That's
I ain't
facts.
got nothing.
Yeah. Enough said, man. All right, so we got more national news to get into. So it's being reported that Gen Z is less intelligent than the millennials. So, from my understanding, you know, Gen Z is the next to last generation. Is it Gen Z, then it's Gen X? So, is it like millennials, Gen Z, then Gen X? Because if that's the case, then what they're saying is that I want to say the millennials are like the generation of people who were like late 70s and the early 90s or something like that, and then Gen Z starts like mid 90s into 2000s or something like that, and so they'd be just coming of age, and then Gen X is the one after that. But so they're being reported as less intelligent than millennials. So that's a neuroscientist study that's out. I feel like that's really both like expected and you know, I don't know, kind of like a shame because I feel like as like people started getting into technology, you know, just stop seeing, you know, people really wanting to read as much. I know I don't really try to like pick up a physical book anymore and just try to read. So, you know, I feel like there's a lot of that. So any sort of reading or, you know, stuff like that you do is going to be like more computerized. And I feel like that's a different kind of learning and just makes things easier, you know, but I would expect at the same time because it becomes easier that you know some people maybe you know are being exposed to a lot of things that you otherwise wouldn't be. So I don't know, just because you can get on YouTube and see what's going on across the world, or you can see what used to be printed in textbook, you could actually visualize it, you know, just by watching a video, or you know, so I feel like it's expected, but I also feel like it's like dang, man. So that's crazy. So what's your take, Ken? Because yeah, it's I don't know, man. Because I think you had said something about this previously, right?
So where the graphic at?
Yeah.
Gen Z less intelligent than the millennials. All right. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so this is I just wanted to make sure, I just wanted to make sure that they thought what I that said what I thought it said.
Yeah.
I told y'all that we were not getting smarter. I actually think I said we're dumber as a society. And Cloudy said we can't be dumber because we got all this technology. And I said that's the issue. That's why we not as smart because we got all the technology doing the work for us. As opposed to if we didn't have the technology, we would be using our nothing. You know what I'm saying? We would be
Yeah.
doing it purely off brain work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like with all these calculators and all this stuff doing the work for us, that's why people get like 40 plus and they not really too good with math no more. As opposed to if you've been doing it in your head or writing it down the whole time, it's kind of like a use it or lose it type thing. If you don't work that muscle, you just lose it. But it's kind of like all the technology we got from back, all the technology we got now was from people doing the work without the technology.
Mhm.
That's why we have AI now. And don't get me wrong now, technology is good, but I don't I don't think it
Yeah,
should be used in schoolwork and stuff like that. Like,
that's yeah. Yeah.
because it only makes sense. Like at a certain point, we're only going to have people smart enough to operate the technology because the technology is what's doing all the work. When we was
Yeah.
coming up, I can't speak for y'all because we ain't go to the same schools, but they made us write our problem out. One to show we had to show our work, not to prove that we wasn't cheating, but to also work it out as you know what I'm saying, to get them reps in of us solving the equation
Mhm.
ourselves. Because anybody can put it in the calculator.
Feel me.
So if one generation is got like some whiteboards, some chalkboards, a whole bunch of papers, they write down all these equations to come up with the cure to this or this type of equation, y equals mx plus b, the Pythagorean theorem, Newton's third law. You get what I'm saying? They doing all that from right here. Fast forward 20, 30 years, the first doctors and scientists and physicists and intellects, they created some technology or some technology came off the backbone of the work they put in. So now you learn, first of all, you learning what they want you to learn, really. But anyway, you learn what they had to teach you, and then you also learn how to use this technology because the technology is the future.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if the technology wasn't there, then the 20 or 30 years down the line, the new smart guys would have basically, you would have went from Michael Jordan to Kobe Bryant to LeBron. Like, you get what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
Steph to KD.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, man.
So, like, is it making sense though? Because like the second, like the 20, 30 years down the line, those new smart people, they would have took all that and the same practices, but working towards something else because all that would have been solved.
Yeah. I guess is smartness being substituted or like I don't know, just treated as yeah, substituted I guess is the right word, but you substitute smartness for efficiency. Like instead of having this one guy who knows all these formulas, you just you know what I'm saying? Like so now I'm smart because I don't have to waste time on that. You see what I'm saying? Like
Okay, think of it like this then. Think of it like this. You can either get up off your ass and go get you some food,
yeah,
or you can be a, a couch magnet glued to the sofa, ordering you food off DoorDash, and the most you got to do is get up and walk to the front door, and you good.
yeah,
You not burning no calories. You not getting out in the sun. You you not doing you missing out on a lot,
yeah,
and it's gonna cost you more because DoorDash be taxing.
yeah,
All you saved was time, but you didn't substitute that time with anything productive. You just start stuffing your face. It's the same thing. All I'm saying is, if you take shortcuts, you're gonna get cut short eventually. Cloudy, what's your take?
I agree with a lot of the stuff you said, but I also do think, you know, man, watch people learn from other people's mistakes, man, and smart people learn from their own, man, and a lot of what you said is true, but what I was saying is, um, so for the older people who understand how to be resourceful with the new technology, man, they're able to work triple time. It's like, so we as a people may have become smarter, like collectively, but the generations still could have gotten dumber. Like a lot of that could be true. Like we as a people could have gotten smarter at the way we do business, the way we wage war, the way we do health and everything. But that just speaks for us as, like a whole collective. It doesn't speak for how the we break down as per se generationally. So I definitely agree with what you're saying, you know. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Because look at how we utilize this. But at the same time, I've seen some 12 and 13-year-old who don't realize the um who don't know how to utilize, the technology that they seem to devote, let's say 50 to 60% of their free time to, whereas you see other youths who are around adults who understand what's going on, put those youths in positions to win, and they're able to maximize their assets, man. So, I mean, it's just how you look at it, but I definitely agree with you. I agree more than disagree with your take, though. Straight up.
So
Hey, that was just one reason why I said we dumber than we used to be. You got people, you got stuff going on like nepotism and
Yeah.
people using money to kind of bribe certain situations into happening. Like the aunt from Full House, I can't remember her name, but she
Yeah.
was in a scandal for paying for her daughter to get into a school under false credentials or something like
I
that.
remember.
And that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. It's not
Yeah.
only that we got the technology to to get by or to bypass using our brain muscles to solve actual problems and equations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's the fact that people can use money and other resources to get into spaces where, as not saying that it's never happened before or it's a new thing, but it just seems like it wasn't as much of a thing. It just didn't seem like a thing. Maybe just nobody really talked about it. I don't really know, but stuff like that going on, and you going to school to be like a doctor or something like that. So you just gonna skip the line. Like you not skip the line, but you're not gonna put in the work. Like, do you see that problem with
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on. Yeah. You're right. You're definitely right. I mean, that's why I said I agree more than disagree. I definitely understand. Um, man, in our generation, man, I remember even when kids got in trouble at school and they had to go to ICE, it wasn't like they just had to sit in the room or nothing like that. They were doing work. I remember if you got in trouble, sometimes you'd get a whooping and have to write something 100 times. Might write a sentence or something like that. Nigga had very nice handwriting, bro. Some of the worst of us had very nice handwriting and could read Shakespeare, bro. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Nigga, like the neighborhood bully, bro, would beat your ass and could read a Shakespeare poem, nigga. Fuck you talk
yeah,
about. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, for real,
It
that shit
was
was just ridiculous, nigga. Nice cursive, nigga, no Latin. And beat your ass, nigga. Probably beat your daddy ass. But straight up, like, that's just, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, man, they can't write in cursive, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, bro. Niggas getting held back in kindergarten. You know what I mean? Like, just shit I ain't never heard of. So yeah, I agree, man.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
And and it's only getting worse because, stuff like COVID happened and that set them back, man.
yeah,
That
Yeah,
set them back. And then this administration, that's setting them back too. You know?
yeah,
So yeah, bro. That's real rap.
yeah. All right. So that brings us to the editorials. So just want to say, rest in peace to Grady DeMond Wilson. So that's the son from Sanford and Son. Um, rest in peace to him, and thoughts are with his family. Then Lil Jon's son Nathan Smith also recently passed away. Sending thoughts to him and to Lil Jon and his family. Um, Then, we got um, several milestones to talk about that recently happened. So Steph Curry's climbing the ranks as far as scoring. So he recently passed Paul Pierce. So he's 19th all time. And so it looks like he's probably gonna pass a few more guys if he plays this season. I think he's 100 or so points away from the next place. So congrats to Steph. Rihanna just recently got 9 new RIAA certifications. So I want to say most of her tracks from the Anti album are now multi platinum, and so congratulations to Rihanna. And then Kendrick Lamar is now the most decorated rapper at the Grammys, so he has the most Grammys as a rapper. So shout out to Kendrick Lamar for passing Jay-Z as the rapper with the most Grammys. And then recently J. Cole dropped the Fall Off. So that just dropped a couple days ago. I'm a few tracks into it. Kane, are you further along, or you have any thoughts on all this, or
Um, shout out to Steph. Rest in peace. Um, did they say he was the voice of what's the name from, was it Benson?
Benson? Yeah, I heard of the show Benson.
No. Benson is the character on
Oh, on regular show.
yeah, did he voice him?
I
Or,
don't
or I got
know.
him confused with somebody else. I might
It
have him
might
confused with
be
somebody else.
might be some. It might be that might be Carl Withers from Happy Gilmore and the Rocky movies. Because I know he was one of the voice actors on the regular show, I think, or like one of the animated series.
Either way, man. Rest in peace to Lil Jon's son and Grady Demond Wilson. Shout out to Steph Curry. Shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Um, I've listened to the Fall Off like one full time and maybe like another half time. It's okay. Like I like it. I like it. But my thing is, I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know how much I like it because I don't really see myself listening to it again, you know? So I don't know, like, the song's not bad. It's one beat he made, or if he produced all these songs, it's one beat he made so ass. It was just terrible. But I don't know. At first, I thought I liked this 39 better, but I think I like this 29 better. Um, the beats, for the most part, cool.
Yeah, 29 has like that cold feel to it so far for sure.
Um, I think he made his album for himself. To be honest, I don't think he really made it for the fans. I feel like his fans, like his core fans, love this type of music or what he when he does this. But I think he really made it for himself. I saw a theory that said this 29 was supposed to be him coming back to the Ville at age 29 versus him coming back to the Ville at age 39.
Hmm.
So after you listen to it one time, you kind of want to like listen to it again from that perspective, I guess.
Hmm. Interesting.
Um, yeah, it's just J. Cole music. You know, I don't really know if he got any bangers. I'm honestly trying to see if I like it more than that Wale album. Because to be
Yeah.
honest, they're kind of like on the same vibes, but I kind of might give the edge to Wale though.
Yeah.
You know,
So far, I'm going the other way. I'm going Cole so far. What I've heard.
you know, it's a beat so terrible on Wale album too though, man. Oof.
Shoot, we got Ant with us, or
Is he here? Oh,
Bro, what?
he's changing it in
Bro,
the cold world.
bro,
Jesus Christ.
bro.
Crazy shit.
I'm here a lot, baby. True. Hold up, man. Hold up.
We don't go.
Am I collect? Am I mom? My headset.
like check?
1 minute.
Got Chris Webber in the booth inside the NBA.
I am done laughing. Yeah, we got the number one
Hey,
Cole fan in the world in here.
I'm ready. Man,
Ready.
I'm trying to put on my headset, man. I mean, my headphones. 1 minute. I'm so sorry, bro.
Now look,
One minute.
I invited you here so you can explain to the world why this is the best album ever made, or at least the best Cole album ever made.
I mean, bro, the headset.
We can hear you, bro. Can you hear us?
Yeah, but I it's like low for some reason. I don't know why.
Mm.
I'm sorry, bro.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I'm gonna get
it'd be
y'all a
doing
real
that.
takedown. I'm a real music head, so I don't know how many music is in here. I'm a huge J. Cole fan too, though. So like, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we
All
sounded.
right, true. So y'all may view my opinion as like biased, but as a fan, bro, just as a fan of hip hop, like if we talking albums, if we talking artistic lyricism, somebody who put the work in, not only just from different styles of flows, beat selection and this and that, like he really got in his bag, creatively, very creative. I can't even say the word. That's how good this shit is to me, boy. I'm sorry, y'all. Man, look, I'm just trying. Man, listen. The man was in his bag, bro. He was in his bag, bro. Like he was real dope. Like honestly, like if I to me, I told Kane that he like with the production, he kind of Kanye-ish right now. Like to me, it was very. I've been working on stuff, not just lyric wise but producing wise. I know how to switch beats up. I got Eminem style flow. I got whatever you need. And then like he brought back, if you notice, bro, he brought back like five, like three verse songs. You know how long it been, like I feel like that's why the mass majority isn't enjoying this album because people don't know how to sit down and just listen to a song with 3 verses on it, 4 verses on it sometimes.
Yeah,
Wu Tang Clan used to rock Nick Bruh, whole song from my house to your house. Drive.
yeah,
Hey, yo, that's some real shit, bro. Like, look, man, just we all music heads on here for one, and two, that was an awesome take, man. You know what I'm saying? I think J. Cole really needed that right now because that nigga not only popped up out of no fucking where. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He
Right
popped
on
up out
time.
of no fucking where, bro. But you actually added some substance, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't come with, oh yeah, that shit was hot. You know what I'm saying? You added some substance to the content, like, and the thing is, the attention span of the average music listener aligns with social media. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, bro. Music is TikTok short, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's people's attention span. But J. Cole has always been one of those people to go against the grain. And so that observation right there, that observation is like it should stand out, but it's subtle, and that shit is gonna go over a lot of people's heads though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's a nice observation, man. And I just thought about the song 2-6 I was listening to in Tomba's car. But yeah, that was an awesome take, fam.
I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I don't get a chance to talk music, so I get very excited when I talk music with other music heads. But honestly though, just all just from that aside, like the attention span and everything, like he gave us a movie in audio version. Like if you pay attention to it, like Kane was just saying, from the 29 perspective, him going back home, 29-year-old, the 39-year-old perspective from him going back home, and realizing that I can't do the same shit. I done outgrown this or this and that. So the storytelling is like I just don't think nobody can. The man can't be messed with, and people keep talking about the kid like they don't want to listen to it because he was ducking the beef or blah 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 this and that. I really
That's
think he's.
that.
I, I,
I'm
I think
sorry to
he's
step
bad.
on your line, bro, but that's gonna be hard to overlook for a lot of people who grew up on a era of rap where it was like kind of like gladiatorial, kind of like you know what I'm saying, arena style, where it was like battle rapish. There are a lot of rappers like that, and for you to say that the boy can't be touched with, I mean, pause. The boy can't be messed with. When Game just dropped a a mixtape that competes with this right here, bro. If you listen to Game mixtape, man, that shit play like a movie. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
does though.
A lot of people argue that, you know what I'm saying, Game mixtape was better than J. Cole joining that. They have put that on repeat, and J. Cole shit was only worth a listen. Maybe it was a press play, but they wouldn't play it again or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
I think if we speak in the difference, because I like Game mixtape too. I think J. Cole music is more so it can be played in a classical mind state if it need to. Like in a classical version, it can be played in that kind of way. Like I feel like Game give you like his all his production and everything is more so technology wise. Like he can't get up there with a live band and go crazy and still have that same feeling as if it was a song. Versus J. Cole, he can give you multiple tracks with a live band if he needed to.
You mean on
So
this out on these latest out projects, right?
for sure,
Oh, okay.
for sure. I just think it's also for like the music is gonna reach for whoever it's gonna reach to. So that's why people got their own group of fans. But at the same time, I feel like even Game, like he critiqued J. Cole album or this and that, but even Game know that J. Cole is way ahead of him in music than whatever. Like honestly, like I just don't think I don't think I just to be blunt, I don't think this is a fair comparison for a Game and J. Cole. But at the same time, I do respect what you were saying. Like, yeah, I just think it's for everybody. Like, for whoever want to listen to it. So like, and that's for either album, or I mean, for the album or the mixtape. So
Yeah.
the music is
That's
subjective.
fair.
It's subjective.
No, that's actually fair, man. Because if we're just gonna be serious, you're not gonna hear politicians talking about game shit.
Exactly. And
That nigga
there
from
you
Cedar
go.
Block, bro.
There you
And he
go.
he actively repping that shit.
There
You're
you
not.
go. And that
We're
was
just
my
gonna be serious.
and the
Like
fact that you said that, not to
you
cut
know,
you off, the fact
go
that
ahead.
you said that was I told Dallas earlier. I told him like the water versus the Kool-Aid method. If J. Cole dropped every like, and what I mean by that is if J. Cole dropped like Future used to drop, or Young Boy even drop, or Gates used to drop like consistently once a year, twice a year, it would be watered down music. Like he wouldn't have the fans, or people wouldn't be paying attention to him, or even Kendrick if they drop like these other rappers drop. So if they did, the music would get watered down. They would be the water, like they would be the water basically. Um, but being that they pop out every so often, they the Kool-Aid pack. You pour a little bit of Kool-Aid inside this little cup of water or into this pitcher of water, the water gonna change colors.
And
Mean
change
everybody gonna
colors.
lock in. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. That about J. Cole though. I get I know what you're saying, but that is that also translates into like his business. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like intuitive type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Um and it kind of throws off their business to where even like a lot of allies it'll throw them off as well. You know what I'm saying? Like Cameron, that shit was pissing Cameron off. I think he about to sue J. Cole for $500,000. On
I
some
think
shit.
that situation it'll get worked out though. I think it'll get worked out. Like
Yeah, sure.
Cam
Yeah, I know
watched J.
Cam.
Cole. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you're
watched him
right.
come up though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I just think it's just business is business, like you said. But at the same time, I think Cole he gonna do the right thing and probably pop out on the podcast
yeah, he gonna do
to
that.
talk about the album. Honestly,
Yeah, and he gonna talk about that shit too. They gonna laugh about it, but I
true,
just had to throw that out there.
true. Nah, you right though. Like you are right, brother. Like if you said like be a man of your word, if you said you was gonna do this, and when I did this, and I stuck my hand out for this side of the handshake. Now it's time for you to shake stick your hand down and do your part too. So I do feel that. I do feel that.
No,
But
Cam be catching them at a right at a wrong time though because Cole tries to keep all of his allies. He thinks about other people, even if they ain't thinking about him. He's one of those good guys, bro. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Hey, but Cam did the right thing and shake my boy down though, because hey, you said you were supposed to do that, my boy, and you ain't finna get over on me. I feel Cameron though. On
yeah,
me.
see Cameron from a different generation too, though. You know what I'm saying?
True. Facts. Facts.
From a
You ain't
different
finna get over on
generation.
me.
He's gonna get straight to the point. Like Cole from the generation where like niggas had a handshake for everybody in the league. That's what J. Cole from. He from LeBron and them era where nigga LeBron got a handshake with Kobe. He got a handshake with Chris Paul. Everybody got a different handshake. We dapping up after the game and everything.
Stay
Like
too
Cameron from
friendly.
the generation where we ain't really. Nah, I'm cool with you, but we ain't shaking. Nigga.
True. True.
So
On
yeah,
me.
bro. I get it, man. We just said the same shit though, but just different ways. But yeah. Yeah,
This is
that's
cool
real
thing.
shit.
I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all boy for letting me get that off my chest, man. Because I can
Yeah.
talk this. Hey, by the way, I listened to the album 5 times already.
No, we
Nice.
By
ain't.
the way.
I'm
I
trying to
don't think
catch up.
nobody on the panel went that hard, bro. You
Yeah.
really rocking with Cole?
Yeah, I'm
Facts.
halfway in.
Hell no.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm halfway in. Nah, but you're like a basketball head too, so I'm glad you're here. So we're gonna run back our earlier topic on the trades.
Talk to me.
So know if you can see the screen. So we talked the trade deadline and who we thought won the trade. And so, we went through all the trades. I know you're into basketball, so you know what I mean? So who you think won the NBA trade deadline?
Oh, let me see. I think for me, first off, the Wizards are they sneaky right now. I just want to say that they very sneaky with what they building. And they doing it very quietly. Uh, Jesus, this is hard. This is hard. Probably the Cavaliers if they get if they can all just stay healthy. Like James Harden was just there. He dropped what? Like he had a triple double, yeah. His debut there in Cleveland.
Oh, for real?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they had he on his debut he had a triple double. I'm sorry, I'm watching this game right now.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Charlotte Hornets versus the Hawks. But it, I think the Cavaliers, bro. I me I think they have a real chance at getting out of the East over the Celtics. Because playoff basketball is different.
Yeah,
So like the Celtics are, I'm pretty sure that's just on my radar for who's coming out of the East. I don't think nobody like will be ready to compete at that side in playoff basketball when it comes to the East point of view.
yeah,
But the Cavaliers with what they got right now, they got a real good chance at giving them boys a run for their money.
yeah,
Either I don't think the Pacers are gonna. I'm hoping for Halliburton to be like revengeful
yeah,
for last year, but I don't know. But as far as like who I think won that trade, secretively I think that it was the Wizards because they're slowly building, man. Like they just got what they doing. I think they're trying to build up enough money to get. I think Anthony Davis is a trade off piece. I think they're gonna just keep him there, and then he's gonna have value over the break. So
hmm.
they're gonna get rid of him for somebody else to a better caliber or equal caliber of him without the injuries.
Kind of
So
interesting.
then they hold up because I was really studying something when he came in. I mean when y'all called me
Yeah,
on the thing. Let me see because I want to be prepared for this Wizard roster.
Hey, put that graphic back up, T.
I got you.
So yeah, they just got Trey Young. His backup gonna be Russell Boone, Anthony Davis, right here, and then they got Sharif Cooper, Alex Starr. I It's hard to explain. I really think the Wizards secretively. It's hard to explain. I can explain it, but I can't explain it right now. I just think the Wizards are the ones that really won this trade, if we being honest. Because nobody see what they got going on.
Yeah,
Nobody see it. But them boys are secretly building something.
yeah. Probably like a next year type thing.
I wouldn't even say next year. I would say give it. I'll say 3 years max. 3 years max. But
Yeah,
they'll be the next big. I think they'll be within the 3 years. I think within the next 3 years, the Wizards will get a championship. Mark my words.
Ooh,
That's what I think about this trade.
ooh, championship.
Fact.
But you
That's
Niggas,
your
think
niggas,
take.
hey, listen.
you
That's a
think
take.
Think I'm crazy, but
That's a
niggas was
take.
crazy. Niggas was crazy when the Bucks won. Just say that.
Yeah, niggas was
uh,
crazy as fuck with that one too. Cause niggas didn't think nobody with Thanasis Antetokounmpo on their roster will
Hey,
win a ring, bro.
niggas was crazy when the Raptors won. That's all I'm saying.
That's cap. Yeah, that's not cap either. My bad. But look, you know what's solid about that is what you mentioned about building that up to use AD as an asset. But I'm also thinking about what I don't know if T said this or Kane said this earlier about them secretly tanking. Oh, there go Kane. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's on time.
They just need a big man. That's all they
Nah,
need.
but
They
look,
just
but
need.
look, but look. Think about them secretly tanking. I'm just looking at these college games on TV, and they're gonna be deep with combo wing players, people who could play 2 through 4, bro. They're gonna be deep with those type of players, and they really just missing that right now.
All they missing to me is big men. Two good big men.
They
They
got
got
that with
guards.
Sar and AD, with a healthy AD
yeah,
No,
on
that
no,
Dallas.
they got
I
it.
was trying to see where you're going. The
They
AD
got they
trade.
got star. They
Yeah,
got star. They need to trade off from AD. That's why they got AD. They need to trade for a better player or equal player to him. But they got the guards.
If they
D'Angelo
keep him,
Russell
Can
and
I
Trey
can
Young
I
is
say
good
something?
enough.
D'Angelo Russell ain't gonna win you a chip, man. Don't do that
Can
to me, man.
I say
Trey
something?
Trey Young will. Go ahead, bro.
yeah,
I feel like AD is on the roster at least for right now because they got to spend money. They team so young, ain't nobody really getting paid
Ain't
right now.
nobody getting no bread. You feel me?
There, like it's been reported that AD is kind of upset that he got traded to the Wizards because his Wizards ain't told him that they willing to extend him yet.
Okay, okay, that's some good insight right there. That's new info.
yeah.
So that
Because
adds more depth to what Cold World was saying, to what Ant was saying. That's a lot of clarity right there. And
Yeah,
it also makes sense to what Kane was saying earlier too, though.
yeah. It's
what
just
you said earlier. What you said earlier, bro?
I was just saying that they didn't get rid of nobody that they wanted to keep. Like everybody that they kept is who they wanted to keep. The
Facts.
people that they got rid of, they weren't gonna keep anyway. So you flipped all that and you got Trey Young and you got AD.
He got somebody that wanted to leave the Hawks. He wanted to. He want to win too.
I don't think AD wants to win, not
Oh,
in
they
Washington,
talking
at
about.
least. Hell no.
yeah. Um, it's just hard to see a team wanting to win without having an AD on their roster. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying AD in the East, he might cook up if he can stay healthy.
I don't think he wants to be in Washington though.
Yeah,
I think he want to be wherever he gonna get paid. But I think he might well forget it. That's old.
So wait, who y'all think won the trade?
between them and Dallas.
Washington won.
Wash. Okay. Okay.
Washington only won. Well, not even only, but you basically traded Luca for whatever you got for AD.
I say,
You
I,
get what I'm saying? That's why it was
Yeah.
a bad trade.
yeah, I'll
Nah.
say I'll say this about AJ Johnson though. I think he could play in the league, and I think you could get some value for him because I feel like he's a floor spacer. You put him next to a Cooper Flag, it'll be interesting to see what that could bring.
I I think so. That's nice too. Like everybody who the Mavericks picked up can be used. Can get on the floor and play for them right now if healthy. I could see them playing in that offense right now. But I'm not like, man, it's the only reason why I would agree with you guys on the Wizards is because I'm looking at the value. And when I look at it from that perspective, you guys are spot on. But when I'm looking at it from the perspective of I need a chip this year, I can't say the Wizards did anything. I can't even put them in the top three.
If we
Who's
saying they won a championship they winning
if
this year, no.
if
They lost
if
that
if you
game.
look if you're looking at it from the perspective of who's most competitive this year, who would you say won the trade deadline?
The Warriors most definitely for just for picking up Porzingis. He can help space out the floor. Uh, he can help space out the floor for Steph. I can't say the Mavericks, bro. I don't want to say the fucking Mavericks because I like the
Yeah.
Spurs too. I like the Spurs
I
too.
think the
He said, "Hey,
Celtics.
y'all knew that was bullshit when I said it too." I was saying, "I like Porzingis. I don't like this nigga." I don't want to say the Mavs though. It's definitely the Mavericks, bro. No cap. Uh, bro. Kyrie should be back. They got Chris Middleton. He already got what? Don't he got a championship too? Yeah, he won with the
Yeah.
yeah, with the
Yeah.
Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's another vet. That's another vet in your locker room alongside Kyrie Irving. That's another, and this wasn't no bad pickup. Like he really helped out in that championship. It was he was the Scottie Pippen to fucking Giannis.
Yeah.
So and then we already know about we already know about what people like what the league say about when they go to Dallas. They don't want to leave, how they get treated, this and that, boom, boom. I think that's gonna all come back to him once he see, oh, we didn't have this when I was at such and such, or we didn't have this when I was at here. They play different. Players play different. It's even been said like in interviews, in like certain interviews and podcasts that players hated when they got traded from Dallas because when old boy Mark Cuban, when he got hired on, when he took over, he increased the quality of everything for the athletes. Niggas had food in their locker room, literally a whole buffet style in their locker room. So it made them play better. Like if you care about me, okay, I'm gonna go out here and bust my tail for you. So
I mean,
whatever. I think all that play into how I perform when it's time to do my job.
Hey, that's the take, but listen, I think you were getting some pushback. Fam didn't want to step on your line. I think Kane was about to say the Celtics, and I kind of want to hear why.
I mean, they got a big man.
Okay. So do
Vucevic
we
was a good pickup.
reason why I didn't say Celtics because I'm just not sure Tatum's coming back this year. So I'm like,
cook done for?
I mean,
Isn't he practicing?
yeah, he's practicing. I think
Done for.
like 5-on-5.
Have they even had the All Star break yet?
I think
Nah,
next week.
And he's practicing,
Yeah,
and you don't know if he's coming back this year.
yeah,
Niggas get shot every day, B. He
mhm.
tough, right? He'll be all right. I niggas gotta chill, man.
I feel like he needs to just go and sit down.
yeah.
But with everybody hype about Jaylen Brown, he got to come back and prove that it's his squad. He got to.
Oh,
Tatum?
Jason, you don't like Jalen Brown?
No. I ain't never liked Jaylen Brown.
Jalen Brown be hooping, bro.
Hey, it kind of is his team, bro. He got that check like it's his team.
Niggas get traded every day, B.
They ain't let go of him. I don't think so, bro.
Man,
That'd be sad.
yeah,
That'll be like. Well, I can't say that because I see why the Warriors got rid of Clay, but I just don't think they. I think they should have got rid of Draymond over him still. But Clay was performing terrible. But I was gonna say if they get rid of Jaylen Brown, they're just like the Warriors getting rid of Clay. But Jaylen Brown ain't performing terrible, goddamn.
no, like top 5 MVP.
What?
Nah, I can't say that'll be like the Warriors getting rid of Draymond. I think that'll be more like you said, Clay, just with the antics and everything, man.
Yeah,
But you well, nah, I can see it because even like how the home team rocks with JB and how the home team rocks with Draymond. I get where you're coming from, actually. Yeah, all of that. That'd be the same thing. It'd be the same thing. Damn.
you the energy for that team.
Right there.
All right, so take it that, you know what I'm saying? That's all we got. Unless y'all got something else.
Nah, that's it, family.
All right, so sign off for this week. We'll be back next week with something else for y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Subscribe, like, comment. You know what I'm saying? Tell us where we went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be back next week for more. Salute to y'all.